Okay, great. So I'm going to start with a few questions about how you use Yelp and online reviewing systems in general. The first question would be about how do you use Yelp generally? Like, what kind of actions you do on Yelp?
Usually I'm just looking up food places that are nearby.
And do you usually, when you look for food places, how do you usually find a good place to go? What's the process?
Well, usually I'll like try to find a kind of like dish or category I want and kind of search in that, and then I'll look at the reviews. Like first it's looking at like how many stars it has. So I usually look for 3 or above, and then from that kind of choose what looks nice with photos, and then read the reviews, the actual like what the users say about the dishes.
Got it. And do you also post the reviews on Yelp?
Sometimes I will, yeah.
Sometimes. Do you remember how many you had? Like
maybe about 6.
6. Okay, great. And if you want to say something about how often you use Yelp in any way, would that be daily? Oops, I'm sorry. Would that be daily, weekly, monthly, annually?
Kind of depends. Maybe like a few times a week.
A few times a week?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's more of if I'm going out with friends, or if I feel like I don't want to cook, then I'll like look up a food place.
Look up the food place, makes sense. Okay. And what other online reviewing websites do you usually use for any purpose, like not just food, but any purpose that you go to an online website and read reviews or post reviews?
I think the only other one I really do is just like Amazon when purchasing products.
Amazon.
Looking through reviews there.
Okay, so when you use Amazon, is it more posting reviews or more reading reviews?
It's more reading reviews on Amazon.
Have you posted reviews on Amazon?
I've done a couple, yeah.
A couple, okay. And so I'm gonna open your profile that you sent me the link, and okay, and you have 5 reviews. So let's talk about a few of them and discuss how they are represented in that businesses or that restaurant page. So for example, this maybe this one, Cocomero. Oh, I'm a fan of Cocomero too.
Yeah.
So think of as a user, as me as another user, would go to Cocomero's page on Yelp, and I'm looking at the reviews. Where do you think I would see your review? Would that be in the main page? Can be in another page?
No, I feel like probably like somewhere, not on the main page, but if you like click more reviews or something like that.
But it should be among the reviews that are there. Yeah. Have you ever had any experience that you post a review, but it doesn't show up on the business page on Yelp?
I don't think I've ever had that experience.
Okay. Do you know if it's possible that happens? Like somebody posts a review, but Yelp doesn't show it to the users in the page that all the reviews are there, or Yelp doesn't consider it. Maybe it shows it somewhere, but it doesn't consider it to the final business rating. For example, a user might give it a 5-star, and Cocomero have 4, but the Yelp doesn't take into account that 5-star in the average when it calculates that.
I've seen that before. There was a box that's popped up sometimes in some pages that are just like reviews that are like not counted for whatever reason.
Do you know what are those reviews like? Was that on Yelp or another page? Another website?
I think it's just like automatic filtering or something.
Like that. And do you know why Yelp does that?
Not really sure.
Okay. Have you ever read any of those filtered reviews or something?
I have once.
You have once?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember where on a page of a business you could find them? Like for example, if you want to find in Cocomero page, like it says it had 32 reviews. If there are other filtered reviews, do you know where we can find them?
Not quite sure. I just was just scrolling down a page one time and there was just a yellow box.
It says that there are some.
Yeah.
Okay. So actually, yeah, that's right. I mean, the design might have changed. It's not yellow anymore, but that's right. That if you go down here, it says 7 other reviews that are not correctly recommended. Is that around the same thing that you saw? Okay. So let's look at those. So yours is not among them. That's why I checked. Like, yours are not among them. Yours is somewhere among that 32 that is factored into business rating. And these reviews, Yelp says that are not factored into business rating too. So they are not in the main page. So if you look at the Kokomuro, so the main page, I mean that the page that it says recommended reviews. So this is a list, and then there are other pages, and yours is among one of somewhere here. Oh, here it was yours. But these 7 reviews, like for example here is 7, the number could change, are in another page called not recommended. So, and you heard about that, and you said you've never had this experience for your reviews like before, yeah?
Not that I know of.
You don't know of, okay. But now I want to, you have your own review here, Kokomuro review here, and you see these 7 people's review here. So I wanna you look at these and compare these, and tell me why do you think yours is not filtered, but these people's are filtered. Just there is no right or wrong answer here. These are just theories if you can think of any, and we just have a discussion. Here you go. You can go if you want first yours, and then let me increase that. Okay.
I'm not too sure for some of them why they're filtered.
So for those that you have some, I mean, there is nothing for sure here because we don't know how it works, but which are those that you can have a guess at least?
I think it's just this one because it's like telling you to go somewhere else instead, maybe.
So you think it might be from real, not a real customer, or somewhere, someone promoting another business?
Yeah, like promoting another business. Like the other ones I wasn't too sure why. Like this one seemed like a review that should have been on the page. Yeah, this was the only one I kind of had a guess for. The other ones.
Yeah, that's okay because no one really knows how it works. But do you know how Yelp, like do you know it's automatic or manual on Yelp, that the way that they filter some reviews?
I thought it was just automatic.
Automatic. And if you think of like some rule of thumbs, what do you think they use usually?
Like what do you mean?
Like what they use to decide if a review is filtered, should be filtered or not in general. I mean, this is just an example. There are tons of others, but did you hear anything about that, or you have any guesses that how they decide?
I never heard anything